Hello, and welcome to the JALP Almost Too Late Holiday Shopping Guide. Now, you might be asking, why did you wait until Christmas Eve to upload this video? Fair question, but I'm going to answer that with one of my own. Why did you wait until Christmas Eve to look up a holiday shopping guide? I thought you cared about little Jimmy. I guess you didn't care about Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. We're going to find gift ideas you can buy for your video game loving child, partner, grandfather, even the dead one. It's okay. We're going to find a gift. We're going to try to be quick here. Does this person like to play games on the go? Buy a Switch. Are you shopping for a child and need something more kid-friendly? Buy a Switch. Are you trying to get something the whole family can play together? Buy a Switch. Do they already have a Nintendo Switch? Buy a Switch. Are they struggling at school or their job because they're playing too much Nintendo Switch? Buy a Abacus.
Games like Borderlands 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Gotham Knights, and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales has everyone rushing to get the next piece of hardware. And what they found was empty shelves and out-of-stock signs on every website.
It's now the year 2023, and after years of hype, waiting, scalpers, anticipation, sellouts, stock problems, chip shortages, you can finally get a PlayStation 5 for the MSRP. Finally. It's been a long time coming. If you could even find a PlayStation 5, it was probably going to sell out in minutes, if not faster. You had to worry about bots scooping all of them up. You had to worry about chip shortages. You had so many things you had to worry about just to try to get a stupid PlayStation 5. You don't have to wait any longer. Now you have a chance to actually go to your local store and get a PlayStation 5. You get to experience 4K gaming, 4K movies, video games at 60 frames per second, even 120 frames per second. You get to have physical Blu-ray discs and downloadable content. And using PlayStation Plus, you get game downloads per month, as well as a giant catalog of games you can have instant access to through streaming. You can stream games. You now have access to games like God of War, Ratchet & Clank, Returnal, Demon Souls, Gran Turismo 7, Spider-Man 2. This is finally the time where you can get a PlayStation 5. Now, I want you to take everything I just said and throw it away. You heard that right. Throw it out. Hear me out. I know I just got done talking about all of the cool exclusive games you can play on PS5. Let's just get this out of the way. The Xbox has less new exclusive games. The future might be different though, because whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, Microsoft is buying up anybody that breathes. Blizzard, Activision, Bethesda, Arcane, id Software. I think they're possibly in talks to buy my house right now. They're buying everything. They're going to make Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive to Xbox and PC. You know the next Fallout's going to be exclusive. Avowed, that first-person fantasy game from the guys that did Outer Worlds. By the way, Microsoft now owns Outer Worlds, so if they make a sequel, that's probably exclusive too. Anyway, Avowed, we know that's Xbox exclusive. I think we're going to see a lot more exclusive games in the future. Whether you think it's a good thing or not is a different discussion. Microsoft now owns Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Starfield, Tony Hawk, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Guitar Hero, Doom, Wolfenstein. They own all of those. Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Warcraft as a whole, Diablo, StarCraft, Hearthstone, if that even still exists, Overwatch, which nobody cares, but like they own a lot of stuff. But right now, this does not keep up with Sony in terms of exclusive games you can only play here. This is where Xbox does keep up though. Backwards compatibility and Game Pass. And you get to download a giant list of games. It's huge. I'm going to put up footage now. It's a huge list of games you can play. It includes almost every Microsoft game, including brand new ones. So the brand new Forza Motorsport racing game that just came out not too long ago, it's on Game Pass. Halo Infinite, the day it came out, Game Pass. Starfield, Game Pass. And you know what? You save a lot of money over time. So you get a lot of new day one releases. But like I just said, Microsoft owns a lot of stuff now. Elder Scrolls 3, Elder Scrolls 4, 5, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, which, by the way, is much better than it was at launch. You should freaking play it. What else? All the Doom games. They're all on Game Pass. Then you have older, backwards compatible stuff. Fable, Fable 2, Fable 3. You have the Master Chief Collection, which is every Halo you'd want to play, and not counting Halo 5, because that didn't exist. But then you get a lot of third-party games, like Yakuza. And then you get even older stuff, like Banjo-Kazooie. All on Game Pass. And listen, it might be Christmas Eve. Take a look at places. I know it's Christmas Eve, but take a look. You might be surprised at some of the deals that are out there. Microsoft is selling this, the Series X. This is the nice one. This is the 4K super duper fancy one with a disk drive. They're selling this one for $400. It's usually $500. So you're getting $100 off the regular price. But I have seen this at Walmart and Best Buy for $350. $150 off this one. It's nuts. So you're talking about potentially spending $350. Get a couple months of Game Pass for only a few dollars, and then you get an instant library of games. That's pretty good. You can go to GameStop, you can go to Best Buy, you could buy all the discs. This is backwards compatible. Now, the PlayStation 5 plays PS4 games, but this plays all your Xbox One games. This plays a good amount of Xbox 360 games, and it even plays a couple of original OG Xbox games. You now have one Xbox that can play Starfield, Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Blinks the Time Sweeper. Finally, Blinks the Time Sweeper in high definition. You did not know you wanted it, but you do now. Quite possibly, though, my favorite thing about the Xbox is Quick Resume. Quick Resume is this incredible feature. So let's say you're playing a game like this one. You're doing good, everything's fine. Your little ADHD brain can't keep up and you lose focus and you get bored and you want to switch to something else. Just click the Xbox button, click a different game, and it's going to load. Give the game a few seconds, and then bam, you're in the new game. I switched to Halo, and I suck at Halo. I want to go back to what I was playing. Okay, Xbox guide button, click. Go click the other game. Bam, give it a few seconds, back. How many games can you run in the background? That all depends on what games, what console generation. You know, because newer games like Halo Infinite will take more RAM and resources than, let's say, Banjo-Kazooie or Blinks the Time Sweeper. You can run a couple new games. You can run a lot of slightly older games. Like, I think I've had up to 8 at one time. You know what? Have Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind and Oblivion and Skyrim and Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus whatever it's called and Fallout 3 and 4 and New Vegas. And then, just for good measure, Blinks the Time Sweeper. As we've established, they don't have the exclusive games that Sony and Nintendo do. However, a lot of games are multi-platform. So, you want to play Hogwarts Legacy? You can play it on Xbox. You want to play GTA 5 for like the 20th time? You can play it on Xbox. You want to play Skyrim? You can play it on here. And it's on Game Pass, so you don't actually have to rebuy it. You want to play Tekken? It's on here. Elder Scrolls Online? Here. Modern Warfare 3? here. You can play a lot of the games we all want to play. A lot of them are on Xbox, even if not exclusive. So you get those multi-platform games that you know and possibly love and probably want to play. And you get quick resume. So you can have multiple Yakuza games all at once at the same time if you really want to do that, as well as Blinks the Time Sweeper. The Xbox Series X comes with 1 terabyte of storage built in, which is respectable. If you want to add more storage, you can go to GameStop, you can go to Best Buy, you can go anywhere, and you can buy this little thing. This is a little 1 terabyte expansion card from Seagate, and you can plug it right into the back right here. Bam, you have an extra terabyte. And they sell a 2 terabyte one as well. Now, these can be a little pricey because it is a proprietary thing, because of course it is. But if you're buying this for a kid or yourself and you're lazy and you don't want to take apart a console to put in an M2 drive, you can just plug in this little external drive. The big complaint Xbox gets, not tons of exclusives, but with quick resume, Game Pass, backwards compatibility, as well as tons of third-party games you do want to play, I think it kind of makes the lack of exclusives not quite as big of a deal as we'll make it be. Because, hey, you can play some of the exclusives that come out and then quickly resume Blinks the Time Sweeper, or quickly go back to Call of Duty, or quickly go back to Like a Dragon, whatever Yakuza we're on now, or you can quickly go back to Final Fantasy X. The exclusives, I think, will come, but this is the most convenient way to play games. And I can't speak for you. I work for the post office, I'm a mailman, I'm outside in the 30-degree weather delivering people's Burger King coupons, okay? Convenience is all I want nowadays. I just want things to be quick and simple. You just click the little button and then give the system like 3 seconds, then you're at the dashboard, and then you can go to your quick resume, and then you can play whatever you have on there. Talking about convenience and overkill features, this one's nuts. So you're playing your Xbox, and then your ex walks into the room. How they got into your house, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Your ex comes into the room, and they're like, oh, you're 100 hours into Starfield, and you didn't save once. Think about that, Jacob. That's what you get for not buying milk at the store like I asked you to. It's no big deal. All you do... Check this out. You plug the Xbox back in, click the button. You need to update the system for whatever reason. You know what? Update the system, come back. You're right back into playing whatever game you were, exactly in the dungeon you were in if you're doing Final Fantasy or whatever stupid thing. This thing is convenient. The exclusives can come and probably will come as more of the new Microsoft studios make games. But this thing now is the most convenient way to play games. And I think convenience is incredibly important. I slapped it. I'm sorry. Is that abuse? Oh, did I forget to mention that if you have Game Pass, you can play games on the cloud? Like Halo? On your phone. Don't want to play Halo? Let's play Gears 5 instead. How does that sound? So you take a controller. It could be an Xbox controller, a PS5 DualSense. In this case, I'm using a Backbone controller. You connect it to your phone, and you stream games through the internet to your phone. The quality will only be as good as your Wi-Fi is, or as good as your data is. But when you have good internet, it works amazingly well.
Real bounce to your step. Well, then you're quite the acrobat. Come on.
Finally, senseless murder anywhere you go, anytime you want. You know, if we actually take a look at this and see what's on here, there's actually a lot of cool stuff we could play directly on the phone. We don't even need to stream some of these. These run natively on my iPhone. Let's see what we have. Just use a phone instead. Screw all this.